Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, Bashem Rakak Wadash. My name is Yakalba from Plain Tables Camp in Philly. Now, when you studying and you're trying to comprehend things, you're going to have to know the differences in the similarities of the Hebrew alphabet and the Greek alphabet, so you can recognize the characters, pronounce the words. So you have Paleo Hebrew up top, and you have the modern Hebrew / Aramaic Hebrew, meaning these are on the bottom. These are Aramaic characters, all right, but it's used to recite the Hebrew, all right. So when we look in the blue letter, you'll see these characters down here. These are Aramaic characters, but it's read as the Hebrew, right? So it has every Paleo Hebrew character has an equivalent for the modern Hebrew or Aramaic Hebrew, as it says right here. I hope that's big enough for you to see. All right. So you got starting from the top right. It's pretty much sounded out. It's pretty much straightforward. A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, tha. So this is how you would pronounce it when you forming words out of these. All right. Now each character or letter means something. Just like a full word, like you would have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They all have a full word, but I'm not going into that. I'm going into just the pronunciations. All right. So same thing down here. You have A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, shatha. Now in the Assyrian or modern Hebrew, Aramaic, all right, because the Assyrians used these characters, so it's known as the Assyrian Hebrew. Aram, Syria, used these characters also. All right. Then the languages of the Aramaic and Hebrew are very similar. All right, you have certain words that are exactly the same, use the exact same characters, and some words are different. You have here for ka, you have a ka that you would use in the beginning, middle of a word, and a ka that you would use as the last letter of a word. All right. So this wouldn't appear except for on the end of a word. Right here for cut number says 20. These are numbers equivalent to, because they didn't have numbers. Numbers are actually come from East India, I believe. Like 2010987765. Those are Indian. Before they used letters to write numbers. All right. That's why you see a th equivalent to 400. Sha equivalent to 300. And here you have the Greek alphabet. All right. So whenever you see characters that look like this is the Greek alphabet. We got alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu. Yeah. Psi, Omicron, Pi, Rho, Sigma, Tau, Upsilon, Phi, Chi, Psi, Omega. All right. So that's the Greek alphabet. So when you recognize these characters, these similar characters, this is the Greek alphabet. You have the capital alpha, or you say all right, in lowercase. Everyone has a capital and lowercase. You have 2, and one has 3. So this is a capital, lowercase, and this is a final. So this would go in the end of a sentence, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, end of a word. So this is an S final, similar to the Aramaic. All right, so that has 3, capital, lowercase, and this would go in the end of a sentence, end of a word. This is Luke 23 and 38. This is why it's important, because you had Israelites that spoke Greek and Latin also. You get Luke 23 and 38, and the superscription also was written over him in letters of Greek and Latin and Hebrew. This is the King of the Jews. This is where he was, Yahushua, our Lord, was crucified. Let's just say it up here, the crucifixion. All right. So it's written in those 3 languages. So we're going to click on Greek and Latin. For Greek, we got Hellenikos. That's how you say Hellenikos. How you say Greek language, I believe. Grecian Greek language, right there. All right. Hellenikos, or Hellenikos. All right. Greek, how you say Roman language or Latin language, and Greek, because these are Greek letters, which means the language spoken by the Romans. For example, Latin. All right, so this is how you would say the Latin language or the Roman language in Greek. All right, so these are Greek letters. So you have the Rho, Omega, Mu, Alpha, Iota, Kappa, Omicron, and Sigma. That's just S final, equivalent to S. But a Sigma. All right. All right, this is the Lord's Prayer. We got Adawan Palau. So you would just follow it from right to left. Yeah, Wan. Wa, na. You just connect the wa and the na together. And you see the connector pieces right here. Now, when you're reading like words on your own, you're not going to see connector pieces right there. So just do it, the best way it sounds. Sometimes with certain words, we have traditional ways in which we connect certain characters together. Just follow those same traditions, and you should be all right. But this is how you start off, connecting words or letters, connecting letters. Aduan Palau, we got Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwafka, Thaba'a, Ratazga, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathalanawa, Lacham, Kal Yawam, Wasalachlanawa, Khawab Wathnawa, Kasalachnawa, Khawab Wathyanawa, Wala'a, Thabaya-nawa, Banasa-yawan, Abal, Hawashai-nawa, Mayan, Raikayalaka, Hamalakwath, Waha-Allah, Waha-thapa'arath, Waha-tha-apa'arath, La'ai-walamyam, Aman. And you can just practice saying it, may have messed up a few times, but you just pretty much just sound each character out. All right, sound each character out. All right, so it's Abanawa, you read from right to left, but in the English transliteration, you really read from left to right. So Nawa, or Nawa, Abanawa, our Father. All right. The Paleo Hebrew from right to left. Then the English transliteration, you really read from left to right. And then you have the English, how you would say it in proper English. Our Father, which in heaven, holy be your name. Most High, or Yahweh, your kingdom come, your will be done. Aisha. All right, so that's the Lord's Prayer in Paleo Hebrew. This is Isaiah 46:8. Remember this and shew yourselves men. Isaiah 46:8. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. Remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh, or a power, and there is none else. I am a power, and there is none like me. And when we see H430, we normally say power. This means power, God, Elohim. So you'll see it say power a lot, which means divine, judges, rulers, gods. All right. So the word there is not the Most High's name, is the point. All right. Yeah. Former things. We got Ra'ashawan, Ra'ashawan, and then we connect the wa and the na. All right, to understand how to pronounce it. So you can't use how Esau translates to Hebrew. All right, so you can't use the you can do that for the Greek, but not for the Hebrew. Sometimes they do get it right, but Ra'ashawan is how we pronounce it. All right, we got Ra-a-sha, Ra-a-sha, wa. Come on now. No, you would connect the wa and the na. Let's say wan. Ra'ashawan. All right, which means first, primary, former, ancestors. So we're seeking out what the ancestors, the things that are old. So we have to go back to the languages. We can't just read it in English. All right, we got to go behind. We got to go back to our beginnings to understand what these verses in books mean, the prophecies, the history, the law. We have to go back to the language. All right, the original language, which is Hebrew and Greek and Latin. And I'll bring up the Hebrew one last time. The individual characters is pretty much straightforward. All right, and then you just say the first letter in English, and then ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, cha, ta, ya, ka, and so on. You got taza right here. Kwa, ra, shatha. I, you just say the I. All right, so that's the Paleo Hebrew at the top. So when you see characters like this, but you only see this really when you're doing like research or whatever, looking at before the Assyrian Hebrew, the Aramaic Hebrew. All right, so most of the time you're going to see what's on the bottom here. You have ma. You have a ma beginning and middle. Well, up here, ma beginning and middle. And then you have the final, the end for ma. Same thing for na. Beginning and middle of a word, and then you will put this for to form a word of the last character. All right, and same thing for pa and taza. You have beginning, middle, and the letter, the character you would use for end of a word. So it's pretty much straightforward, pretty simple. So I hope you edified. Shalom.